A local reaction to Donald Trump's controversial comments on Syrian refugees coming into the U.S. This is the statement Trump made on Wednesday.
I'm putting the people on notice that are coming here from Syria as part of this mass migration, that if I win, they're going back.
And that could include a small group of Syrian refugees who recently moved to Tucson. 9 on your side's Keaton Thomas spoke with a Syrian woman connected to the refugees about Trump's statements. Keaton.
Well, good evening. So since 2011, about 1,500 refugees have come to the United States from Syria. Trump's initially welcomed the refugees on a humanitarian basis, but he was initially responding to numbers of 2,000 to 10,000 refugees, but he said he heard that number was closer to 200,000. A sudden backtrack. Donald Trump made a clear stance on Syrian refugees coming to America.
If I win, they're going back.
Rania Kanawati is Syrian and lives in Tucson.
To hear that is so painful.
She's helping dozens of refugees who've come to Tucson within the past few months.
I don't think he knows what those people went through. I think he needs to look at the video, try to meet them and see how hard for them to hear that too.
While on the campaign trail, Trump said his concern is that many of the refugees are men who could be terrorists with ISIS. With a flood of refugees, he said it could create a great military coup, making this the ultimate Trojan horse. Kanawati says terrorists wouldn't come to the United States, they would stay in Syria.
They're not going to come here. They're not going to come to Syria. They're not going to come with the kids, 7 kids, 10 kids, to place themselves in the house where they're thinking, what next? You're not going to bring all your family if you are a terrorist.
Trump is now saying he doesn't think a military coup would happen, but he says some terrorists might slip through the cracks. One solution, Donald Trump is calling for a safe zone in Syria where refugees could settle. But Kanawati points to images like these, destroyed buildings, saying that if they're kicked out, there are no places left for the refugees. So as for the numbers of refugees, the administration says the goal is to accept 185,000 total over the next 2 fiscal years, but that's of all nationalities. And through the end of this fiscal year, that would include at least 10,000 Syrians. Val?
Okay, thank you, Keaton.